hello. It's like, oh man,
Like,
Dad.
everybody says I'm cute.
He's like, Dad, I'm just curious. I literally had the best interaction with this older gentleman and his dog when I first came out here to read. You noticed that I was recording some of the lights, just trying to capture the ambiance of the scene. And he just is like, what are you doing? And he's like, are you trying to get the sun, or are you trying to get the actual lights? Because there's these streams of lights. And I just thought that was such a cool thing to ask. And it just kind of brought me back to what I believe about bringing your camera out, a great conversation starter. So I'm talking to him. He's got his dog that he's giving a pup cup and just taking care of him and everything. And I asked if it was okay for me to record his dog, and he said yes. That led to a little photo shoot. He gave me permission to share them, so I'll share some of the pictures on the screen. And we just had such a great conversation. And I learned about how he got his dog. It was a rescue. I learned about things that are important to him. I think human connection is a really important thing, because he was very quick to interact with me. Love being outside in just beautiful scenes. He pointed out as I was trying to capture some of the ambiance, he's like, yeah, there's just so much beauty, and we're put in this position in society where we just feel like we have to be moving at light speed, where we're just constantly going, and we don't really stop and think about just all of the little moments that can be had that bring us peace, that God allows for us, that if we're paying attention, give us peace and tranquility and satisfaction, and those are all created for us. So I just thought that was really cool. I think that as I continue to go out and film, that I want to try to capture more of those moments, try to be more intentional about capturing interactions and conversations with people in a way where people can see that that's possible, because we just live in such a weird space-time continuum nowadays where people are I'm at a restaurant now, people are kind of in their own little boxes or their own little zones, and it's not very common to have people reach out and try to connect or ask questions or try to have some type of engagement. And I think part of that is just how we are conditioned in society today. Everybody does their own thing, everybody's in their own zone. I think that we just lose out on a lot of opportunities to be able to genuinely connect and build relationships with people. There's an unspoken fear associated with that. And I think if you can break through that, there's just an unlimited amount of possibility, unlimited amount of beauty that comes with just being able to connect with other humans. I'm finding that the more that I take time to capture moments with my camera, that I'm starting to see more little moments with people that are in my immediate sphere. Maybe they're not best friends or anything, but they're people that are a part of my life. And I would just encourage you to consider that, whether they be people that you see on a somewhat regular basis. If you're going to the grocery store, you see the same person at the grocery store saying hi to them. If you're at a restaurant and you don't come very often, but just being able to strike up conversation with, the cashier or the waitress or waiter. Those moments all count. Those interactions with those people, those are all meaningful interactions that can really add a lot of value to your life, because you're working and operating outside of yourself. You're not just focused on your own immediate zone or your own immediate sphere. And I think that when we take the time to look beyond ourselves, that creates capacity for compassion, appropriate empathy, because I know compassion and empathy are not the same. Grace, we learn meaningful lessons in interacting with other people. Challenges arise that can be overcome. So I just really encourage that. And that's what I've got for today, and hope everybody's doing well, and we'll see you in the next one. So I was about to leave, and I saw this really adorable family, and I was worried because I was concerned that my positioning of my camera would have, I don't know what I'm trying to say. They saw that I had my camera, and I wanted to assure them that I was going to respect their privacy. And so I walked over to them and I just said, beautiful family, just letting you know, we'll always be respectful. And they were like, oh, we know. Are you going? We just wanted to know if you were going live or something. And like, they made a whole joke about it. It was so nice. They asked me a little bit about what sort of things I like to record. And I shared just kind of how I document my life. And they were like, well, we'd love to have you. They gave me gift cards to their restaurant and invited me to come over and record and tell stories and all the good stuff. So, and then before I left, was chatting with a really nice lady that I've interacted with on multiple occasions. She's homeschooling her kids, and we talked about finishing strong, and she said some things to me surrounding around how we're human and we all mess up and conciliation is important. And I was like, oh, I feel like you are preaching to me right now. She's like, oh, I was just preaching to myself. I was like, you're preaching to me too. It's literally what I'm talking about. Being able to make yourself available for meaningful connections. I don't remember her name, but I do remember what we talked about, and I do remember the key things that we talked about. And I listened to her and just took space for her. Yeah. All right, time to go home. Thanks for sticking around with me. You're awesome.